Y'all come on in. It's getting close to Christmas. We're going to do a little Christmas dessert. It's called a chocolate eclair cake. Which doesn't have anything to do with cake or baking. So it's right up most of us' alley. It's quick, it's easy, doesn't take a whole lot of ingredients. You do it a couple of days ahead of time. Perfect for the holidays. All you're gonna need is 3 cups of milk, 2 packages of vanilla or French vanilla Jell-O pudding, 1 8-ounce Cool Whip, 1 sleeve, just 1 sleeve of your crackers, some cocoa powder, some sugar, a little more milk, and some butter. And the only tools you're gonna need is a vessel to put your eclair cake in, which can be an 8x8, a 9x9, an 8x11, just pretty much whatever you got, as long as it's a couple inches deep. That's all you really need to look at. A spatula, and a whisk, and a double boiler. You are going to need to either have a double boiler or make one. And it's really, really easy to make one. You just set a bowl on top of a pot where it doesn't reach the bottom, just so you can boil water underneath. Now this little dessert is so 90s. I actually learned how to make this somewhere around 95. I would venture to guess. Randy was working at an engineering firm in Tallahassee, and most of the people who worked there either, even if they had families, lived in apartments or really small yards. They didn't, and we had 5 acres and we had lots of yard. And so they were trying to figure out where to have an Easter egg hunt for all the kids. And Randy's like, well, you can do it at my house because I got 5 acres and we can really throw some eggs out. And so we did, and it was potluck. Everybody brought something, a dessert or a casserole or whatever. And one of the things they brought was this little eclair cake. Randy's friend's wife brought this little cake, and it was such a hit. I mean, there wasn't enough for it to go around, honestly. And same thing happened for Thanksgiving. I made one little eclair cake, and I actually made it in a loaf pan. I just used a small loaf pan because I had all this other stuff, and we were carrying it to Randy's parents, and there was only like 8 of us, and that included my son's kids. So I didn't think we needed big desserts. We just needed small stuff. So I made this little eclair cake because my father-in-law requested a peach pie. He loves peach pie. And I wasn't really sure the kids would eat peach pie. So I made the eclair cake for the grandkids and the peach pie for him. And, and a cherry cheesecake for Randy's mom because she's a cheesecake fan. So that's what I took for desserts. And my little eclair cake was gone. There's nothing left, none. And when I got home, Randy's like, do you have any more of that eclair cake? And I'm like, no, that's gone. He's like, well, can you make another one? And the grandkids is going, yeah, go Pawpaw, because we want some more too. So I made another one like the day or two after Thanksgiving. And so gonna show you guys because it's so easy. You can whip it right up. The only thing is you honestly need to put it in the fridge for 1 to 2 days. It's best on that second day. It's plenty good enough on the first day. But for the holidays and for Christmas, when you really want to get stuff that'll work ahead of time, that'll work with your schedule, this one is really good and it is a hit. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to get started. You need the 3 cups of milk, and that is, how much it takes to make 2 pudding packs. So we're going to get those open. I'm going to mix it right here in this bowl, right in my measuring cup. No sense in messing up stuff. We're just going to do that. All right, get this out of the way. All right, take our whisk, start whisking our pudding. And what do the instructions say on the box? Like, whip it for 2 minutes. I'm just whipping my 2 minutes. Here we go, here we go. And you'll feel it, you know, that it's getting thicker as you turn it, because it'll get, you know, stiffer and stiffer. Okay, and you see, it's getting thicker and thicker. And that's probably about as good as it's going to get until you put it in the fridge. So we're going to just go there. And we're going to take our box of Cool Whip. Y'all don't look at that. Don't look at that zero sugar. I picked up the wrong one, but we're going to go with it. I don't see where it can make any difference. All right, now we're going to take that. Sit that there. Going to take our spatula. And we're going to put that whole tub of Cool Whip in there. And then we are going to fold it. Not mix it, fold it. Just like that. Round and around and around. Until we're fairly combined. Just like that. Just fold it and fold it. Just fold it and fold it. Until it's fairly uniform. What you're looking for is for it to all turn to the same sort of color. Alright, what you're looking for is for it to pretty much all turn to the same color. But don't mix it. You know, don't just like do it like that. You know, make sure that you're just folding. Alright, that's what you should look like, just like that. Nice and fluffy still. Alright, now we're going to take that. Okay, now we're going to put that in the fridge. If I can find room for it in here. It's not going to be in there that long. Just a few minutes. Now it's time to make our chocolate frosting. And that's what your double boiler is for. So we're going to set that double boiler up. Just going to take that top off. We're going to add some water to the bottom of the bottom pan. You know, just like a 1/2 inch or so. It doesn't have to be very much. Maybe a little more than that. Okay. And then we're going to set our double boiler on there. We're going to take that lid off. And we're going to put it on high. We're going to let that water come up to a simmer, and then we're going to turn it down to just keep it at that simmer, and then we'll make our Eclair chocolate sauce. Okay, we got a good boil here now, and I just want to simmer, so we're going to turn that down. I got it between 4 and 5. Let's see if it's going to go ahead and go, cool off just a little bit. Going down to 4. Okay, let's go down to 3. I think that 3 will be fine. I think as soon as the temperature on the glass goes down a little bit, we'll be fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our butter first. You need a whole stick of butter. And we're just going to set that in there and let it start to melt. And that'll take a few minutes. It'll take it a minute or 2. Our butter's melted. Next in, 1/4 of a cup of milk. Of your choice. Whole milk, 2%, I don't care. I prefer whole milk, but whatever kind you like. A whole cup of sugar. Hey, it's a holiday. It's okay. We're going to whisk that together. Just like that. Now we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of cocoa. Just like that. And then we're just going to incorporate that. Okay, and we're just going to start mixing that. If y'all notice, I changed my whisk. That's because I don't have running water out here. I mean, it is a cook shed, but I think that's what I'm getting for Christmas. Randy said that he's going to put me a farm sink in here, because I need a big sink. I don't need that little bitty sink in the camper. I need a big sink. And so he's been looking at farm sinks for me. And, we renovated this about, 2.5 years ago to make it my cook shed. And I'm outgrowing it. So he's going to totally redo it for me. It's going to be great. It is going to be so, so good, y'all. Okay, keep stirring. I'm just talking. Keep stirring. And hopefully after the new year, we're not going to do it till after Christmas. I'm sure we're not doing it till after Christmas, but we are. He says we're going to get it done, so be looking for that. I really can't wait. But we're going to keep whisking. We're not stopping. We're going to keep whisking. You probably only have to whisk maybe, maybe 3 minutes. What you're really doing is you're melting that sugar, incorporating that cocoa. And when it gets good and hot, you're pretty much done. And then you want to stop stirring and see if you get any little bubbles in there. I still don't have any bubbles. Nope, no bubbles. So I'm going to stir another little bit. Then I'm going to stop stirring and I'm going to watch it. Still no bubble action, so let's keep stirring. Maybe I need to turn it up just a hair. Let's turn it up just a hair off that 4 back up to 5. Then leave it alone. Now I'm getting just a little action on this outside right here. That's really all I'm looking for. I just want a little bit of reaction to let me know that it's good and hot. And that sugar's all melted. Okay, so now we're just gonna take that off the heat, just like that. I'm gonna go back in here into the fridge and get your pudding. Then you're going to take your pan, set it right there and then we're going to take our graham crackers and we're just going to set them in there. Just like that. And we're going to take this one and break it into 3 pieces. Fairly even, and put them right there. Then you're going to take your pudding and dump half of it into your pan. Spread that out without moving your cookies. Right. Then you're going to take another layer of cookies. Or crackers. Well, graham crackers, okay? I call them cookies. Let's put them in there nice and even. Uh-oh. I messed up. I'm not going to have enough graham crackers. When I did it in the loaf pan, I had plenty of crackers. Now I'm not going to have enough cracker. Alright, so I'm going to cheat because apparently I need more graham crackers, and that was my last pack because, like I said, I made some for Thanksgiving and then I made some after Thanksgiving, and I thought I had enough for today because I only used 1 sleeve and 1 sleeve. But I guess when you use a bigger pan instead of a taller pan, this is what you have to do. So it's fine. It's still going to taste just as good. But you, since you have all this, go ahead and layer another layer, leaving just about that much room for your chocolate at the top. Put another layer of graham crackers and then pour your chocolate over your graham crackers. Just like that. All right, jiggle it just a little bit, level it out. Now all you're going to need to do is put some saran wrap over the top, stick it in your fridge, and tomorrow night, or if you do it for Christmas, you just do this the day before, the day of Christmas, just set it out with all the other desserts when it gets time, and it will be perfect. Just like a chocolate eclair. So if you like little tricks and tips like this, stay tuned, like, subscribe, and share. All that stuff is free, and we will see you in the next one. Merry Christmas. Bye.